Hey guys, Todd here at the Tap Homestead and Rabbitry. Just wanted to show you some of the Kiowa Blackberries that we have. These actual blackberries were transplanted last year from my mother plants. So you're going to notice that a lot of the berries on the first year after your transplant will have the fruit on the low part of the ground. As you can see, most of these bushes, the fruits are definitely near the ground. But you'll also notice the big tall shoots, these canes. These canes will be the ones that will produce fruit next year. So that first year when you plant your blackberries, your fruit may be more along the lines of looking like a vining bush that's on the ground. But what you're going to find out is that after year 2 and 3, they really become the standing up to 10 foot tall, if you don't trim them, blackberry bushes that you really kind of want. You really don't like that kind that vines along the ground. It kind of gets in the pathway and takes up a lot of your space. Like I said, I transplanted these blackberries last year. So all the fruits are on the low part of the berry. Those are from the plants from last year. Now the new fruit, of course, will come from the new canes. And that's these here. So we'll trim all these back this fall after we pick all this fruit off. And then the fruit will... the new big tall canes will throw out splinters, or not really splinters, but shoots that will grow and hold all the new berries. So after this year, I will cut back the plants and I will put wire supports across all of these beds. And this is about, right now, this started out as, I think, 14 plants from my original mother plants that I dug up last year. And I want to show you those plants and show you what it looks like on year number 3. And I will going to include a picture of some plants that I gave to my friend Steve Coyne. I gave him about 32 plants this year to show you what they look like after the first year that you first plant them in the ground. You're going to see so you can see the progression of how they grow. So let's go on over to the big plants and see what a 3-year-old Kiowa blackberries look like. So we'll just kind of make a walk through the garden here. Yeah, there's the chickens, kind of pecking around, some of them anyway. Ooh, the sun's bright. So here we have some of our rabbits here. It's butcher day. I've got to butcher about 4 of these guys here. These are New Zealand's. And there's kind of my pet, Chip. He's a big New Zealand buck. Use him to breed feeders with, and these little 2 up here will also get butchered today. But anyway, let's go over here and take a look at what we really wanted to look at. So these are the blackberry plants that are 3 years old. These are the Kiowa blackberries, and I'm gonna step away. The sun's kind of off to the angle right now. It's not the best picture, but you can see how tall they are and how all the canes at this point really grow, and they're shooting in the upwards direction. I have put excuse me, the wire supports up for these. My friend Steve did a hard wire. I just used a soft wire support. Like I said, most of the berries, you can see there's very little on the ground cover anymore. All the shoots have come off the big tall canes, and then each year we just go back and we trim the canes in the wintertime, dig up any other plants that we need to. A lot of berries on these guys, a ton. I need to pick berries this morning. I just haven't done it yet. It's something I have to do every day. Right now I'm getting about 3/4 to a pound of berries a day. I don't know if my wife picked berries yesterday, so looks like there's still quite a few on there. Now these are the type of size of plants that I transplanted last year. These Kiowa blackberries are a friend of mine named Rhonda Jones. If you ever come and get them, Rhonda. But here they are. Obviously that's my asparagus beds there. We're letting them grow out for the year. They've already produced all their fruit. These first two beds. A ton of my Roma tomatoes, and my squash is a little getting ready to crank it out. And then of course over here I've got cucumbers and stuff growing. Yard needs to be mowed. Some of the other plants out there in the greenhouse. But anyway guys, that's what I wanted to show you, was how those blackberries start out here like these. You transplant them over to another bed. That first year all the berries are on the bottom on a low vine, and then once they hit their 3rd year, you will have big tall bushes that produce a ton of blackberries. that are very, very nice. Large blackberry. I've shown the pictures many times on Facebook, but look at the size of those things. They are humongous berries. Very nice. A little on the tart side, but if you're making cobbler or wine or any kind of dessert, these things are a fantastic blackberries. They're a big producer, and I've been really happy with them. Thanks, guys.